什么时候不冷呢？
明天就好了，明天25度。
It was kind of giving me slight vibes of like the Golden Gate Bridge in America, but morning folks, welcome to Wuhan. It is a spring morning once again. Just a few days ago, I would have been here at about the same time of morning in shorts and a t-shirt, but it's bloody cold. The locals told me the weather is going to switch, and sure enough, it's gone to winter again. So I figure we head to a bridge. Another bridge. This one's red, and apparently when it pedals down there's a bit of a waterfall effect on both sides of the bridge. I'm keen to see that, although the rain that was expected at the moment is not yet falling. 今天还是有点冷。
这2天冷。
什么时候不冷呢？
明天就好了，明天25度。
明天25度。天哪，怎么变得这么快？
哦，明天20度。
明天20
度，今天15度。
好。
对，明天就开始晴了呗。
哦。
今天15度，明天20度，后面就基本上温度慢慢往上涨了，23、22。
哦，今天下雨吧？
今天不，今天有雨，明天跟后天晴了。
下雨哦。
小雨还好。
好，好，谢谢。Well, folks, you know I'm kind of obsessed with the Chinese parking and whether they get tickets or not. On my way to get some breakfast just over there, I spotted this bit of parking. Interestingly, with Chinese number plates, the first little character on the number plate tells you what province the car is from, and I can tell this car is not from this province. But the question is, has the person been punished for a bit of parking in the park? Is there a yellow sticker? Nope. So far that person's gotten away with it. Lucky. Interestingly, that man there is our yellow ticket man. He's the guy giving all the parking tickets, but our car back there has as yet managed to escape punishment. Maybe it's only if you park on the streets you get yourself in trouble, rather than parking kind of in a like on the grass of a private building. I'm not sure what the rules are, but I consider that driver lucky. It is now time to head onto the subway. 2 lines today. I think it's line 7, then line 6. It's a fairly long trek to the bridge, but hopefully by that point it'll be raining. And I bet you the escalator going down this subway entrance is not working, because whenever it rains, the roof leaks and leaks directly onto the escalator, so they shut the thing down. And there we go. Out of service. Well, it's not raining. It's the first time I'm disappointed that there's no rain. 那个鹦鹉洲那个大桥在往哪一边走？
这边直走。对。
这边走。好，谢谢。Alright, the bridge is about 1.5 k's away, so we're gonna bike rather than walk. Also in China, if you hear the jingle of what sounds like an ice cream truck, it is in fact a street cleaning truck, which is going to blast water all over the roads and all over you if you're too close. So don't be too optimistic when you hear the jingle. Get ready to run. And there, folks, is the bridge. That wasn't 1.5k. It was much less. So this is the Parrot Island Bridge, I guess is the translation. It is noticeably different from the other 2 grey jobbies that we've been across, and that it's kind of an orangey red. Now sadly, it's not raining. Apparently, if you stand under this bridge when it's raining, water kind of flows off both sides of the bridge, kind of like a bit of a waterfall. But wouldn't you know it, the one time I actually want rain, there's no rain. Alright, stop mucking around, let's get up on the bridge. 高。
哦，对对对，高得很这儿。
对，你们是走过来的吗？
对对。哎呀，太冷了。
太冷了，对，天气都变了。
对。
Now, when I first saw this bridge, it was kind of giving me slight vibes of like the Golden Gate Bridge in America, but this one is significantly shorter. I think more than 400 or 500 meters shorter than the Golden Gate Bridge, so it might have kind of a similar color scheme, but it's not on the same scale in terms of pure length. But that yellow one over there, that one is longer than the Golden Gate Bridge by a good 500 meters, so I think we're going to save that one for next time. I can see kind of a half-finished apartment building or office building over there in the distance, that sucker. It looks kind of abandoned. Once we get off the bridge, I might have a quick nosy over there. The bridge has had a touch-up with its paint job at some point. It's kind of the main visible parts of the bridge that have been touched up. Which makes sense. Why touch up the part that people aren't going to see as much, right? Well, folks, that was the Parrot Island Bridge. Certainly a nice wee walk on a brisk morning. It's a pity it's not raining. I'm going to quickly check out that building to see if it is indeed abandoned. How the f did we get out of here? This place seems pretty bloody abandoned. I'm actually just trying to get out to the road, but all this area is kind of walled off, and that's what I got to walk through. So yeah, I don't see any workers, but I do see big old puddles. Holy师傅，不好意思，麻烦你开个门吧。不好意思，我刚刚走了那个桥，在那个公园下桥的，我要就出来。
不是业主吗？
什么东西？
不是业主吗？
我刚才就是走了那个桥，然后桥下来了，就是那个江边的公园，然后我就想出来，都围起来了。
有确认。可以。
Oh,谢谢。Geez, for a second there, folks, I thought I wasn't going to get out. It's like Escape from Alcatraz over here. I got off the bridge, I was in a park. There's that building, which I thought's the abandoned one. But there's definitely some construction work going on here, but yeah. These all seem to be new builds around here. It seems like this area is kind of off limits and not open yet. 哎，师傅，麻烦你一下，这里怎么出去呢？
随便走到底。
右转吗？
对，这边走到底，再右转，就那边看到没？
就这个路口。
对，前面那个路口直走，走到顶会看到一个门岗。
哦，
对。
好，谢谢。这边可以出去吧？好，谢谢。Well, we're out. We're out of the construction site, which was kind of an unplanned little extra step to the journey. I'm going to assume that building behind us is not abandoned, because there's a lot of work going on here, but it's just kind of looking a pretty sorry state of affairs right now. Yeah, not the best guidance at the park as to how to just get out. First door was shut, second door led me through to that construction site. I'm glad they didn't ask me for any details because I didn't bring my passport. I don't think I was going to need one crossing a bridge. Right, we are off the train in my old stomping ground of Machong, Hemp Town.
那你就说，如果你方便，你想叫我回接你，你打个电话就可以了，这个都没问题。
好，谢谢。
不用。
A big old tower up in the hills, in the middle of nowhere.